Hello, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to use a few animations in the game engine. Okay, in the previous tutorials we learned how to make a simple animation, and now in this file I have a few animation. Okay, I have a walking animation, andar in Spanish, walking, this one, like this, a simple walk animation as we learned in the previous tutorial. And I have a few one, but I'm going to use this one, stand animation. This animation, parado, means standing animation. Okay, just something like this. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain, to teach you how to use these two animation at the same time in the game engine in the correct way. Okay, so first of all I have my character setup like as we learned in previous tutorial. Okay, I have a default cube with a configuration to move forwards and turn like this. Okay, and I have my character, and I make a parent with the cube, the skeleton with a couple of animation. Okay, the way the skeleton make the animation we saw in the last tutorial too. I'm going to do it again. The first thing I'm going to do is to make my animation to play the standing animation. Okay, so I have to add a always sensor and controller and an action actuator. Action, here we go. Okay, as in the rest of tutorial you can see what keys I'm pressing here, okay, in these windows. Okay, I'm going to use the parado standing animation, and I'm going to join this, and I'm going to set the start end frame. Okay, parado animation start at frame 1 and ends at frame 40. Okay, I'm going to use frame 1 and 39 frame. Okay, because the 40 frame is the same as the frame 1, so I'm not going to repeat it. Okay, so if I do that, loop stop instead of play. This is the way we are going to play the action. And if I push P right now, my character is playing the standing animation. It's very simple, but it works. Okay, if I move, my character is still playing the standing animation. What I want to do now is to make my character play the walking animation when I'm walking. And when I walk, I'm pressing the W key. Okay, if I press W key, my cube move. Okay, as we see in previous tutorials. And now I'm going to do that the armature play the walking action, the walking animation, when I push W. So I add a keyboard sensor with the key W and a controller, and I'm going to add an action actuator again. I'm going to choose the andar, the walking action. Okay, and I'm going to set to loop stop 2. And okay, one moment, I want to check something. Yeah, okay, it's all right. I can do here, I can check this or not, it doesn't matter for now. Okay, keep going with the tutorial. And that animation start at frame 1 and end at frame 60. So I'm going to use frame 1 and frame 59 as the same, for the same reason that I explained before. Okay, and that's all for now. I'm going to push P and I can see how my character is working. Okay, but we can see a few problems that we are going to solve. The first of all is that it doesn't reproduce, my character doesn't play the animation anymore, just once, and that's not what I want. Okay, why? Okay, we have to fix some things. First, the priority. Okay, priority is of course, the priority of the animation. The lower the number, the max, the higher the priority. Okay, I mean, priority 0 is going to play before or over a priority 1. Okay, so what I want is the standing action have to be a higher number. That means no, it's the opposite. Okay, priority here in standing 0, and here in working priority 1. No, it's sorry. Let's go to try that way. Okay, now it's playing the standing animation. If I push W, my character walk, but it doesn't return to the standing animation. I think it's for this. Let's see. Nope. Okay, it's always loop stop. That's the point that I say before. Okay, if I want to my character come back to the standing animation, I have to push here to make this sensor always flashing, always is sending on signal. Okay, so if I'm not using my working animation, the standing animation parado, it will be working. Okay, so let's see if I'm working. Okay, now if I'm working and I push W, my character is working. If I'm not pressing W, my character is standing, playing the standing animation as I want. Okay, so the standing animation have to be a higher priority, but a higher priority means a higher number, right? Okay, sorry for my bad explanation, but you are going to understand me now. Okay, if I read the description, say lower numbers with override action with higher numbers. Okay, lower numbers mean higher priority. Okay, but if we have the same priority, the actuator below override the actuator upper. Okay, if I do that, priority 0 here and 0, both are the same priority, but under working is under, so have a higher priority. Okay, if I push P, you will see that my character doesn't come back to the standing animation. But if I do that and I push the under working animation over the standing animation, now the working animation, it doesn't play at all. Okay, because the standing animation have an always, and is always executing, and is always overriding the working animation. Okay, so if I push a priority 1, now standing animation is always playing, but if I play my working animation, and that it will override the standing animation because have a lower number, have a high priority. Okay, we will see as we want. My character now is standing, is playing the standing animation. If I push W, it's working and playing the working animation. Okay, we have one more problem. It's the anti-natural, not I don't know how to say. It's my character go from one animation to another in a fast way, in a sticky, anti-natural way. Okay, and to solve this, we have this option. the blending option. The blending option is the number of frames that Blender is going to use to change between two animation. Okay, so check it out. With blending 0, we have something like this: standing, walking, standing, walking. Something really rare and unnatural. Okay, standing, walking, standing, walking, standing, walking. But if I use like 5 frames to make a transition between the two animations, we will get something like that. Okay, it's working, and now when my character stop in a fluid way, no? It's not sticky animation, and you can see, because I use a few frames to change between animation. Much better. Okay, that's what I want to show you in this tutorial, how to use two animation, talking about priority and talking about the blending frame. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you can understand even my English, even my bad explanation. Thanks for watching.